Variation definition of law. Definition of law is a rule of conduct developed by the government or society over a certain territory. Law follows certain practices and customs in order to deal with crime, businesses, social relationships, and poverty, finance, etc. The law is controlled and enforced by the controlling authority. Let us explore the various definitions of law by different authors in details. Various definition of law. There are broadly five definitions of business law. Let's talk through each of them briefly. First, natural school. In the natural school of thought, a court of justice decides all the laws. There are two main parts of this definition. One to actually understand a certain law. An individual must be aware of its purpose. To comprehend the true nature of law, one must consult the courts and not the legislature. Second, positivistic definition of law. John Austin's law definition it states law is the aggregate set of rules set by a man as politically superior or sovereign to men as political subjects. Thus, this definition defines law as a set of rules to be followed by everyone, regardless of their stature. Hence, Kelsen created the pure theory of law. Kelsen states that law is a normative science. In Kelsen's law definition, the law does not seek to describe what must occur but rather only defines certain rules to abide by. And the third definition is historical law definition. Friedrich Karl von Savigny gave the historical law definition. His law definition it states the following theories. Law is a matter of unconscious and organic growth. The nature of law is not universal, just like language. It varies with people and age. Custom not only precedes legislation but is superior to it. Law should always conform to the popular consciousness because of custom. Law has its source in the common consciousness of the people. The legislation is the last stage of law making, and therefore, the lawyer or the jurist is more important in the legislator. Fourth, sociological definition of law. Leon Dewitt stated that law as essentially and exclusively as a social fact. Rudolph von Ihering law definition: the form of the guarantee of condition of life of society assured by state's power of constraint. This definition has three important parts. On the law is a means of social control. 2. The law is to serve the purposes of the society. 3. Law due to its nature is coercive. Roscoe Pound studied the term law and thus came up with his own law definition. He considered the law to be predominantly a tool of social engineering, where conflicting poles of political philosophy, economic interest, and ethical values constantly struggle for recognition against a background of history, tradition, and legal technique. Social wants are satisfied by law acting, which is acting as a social institution. Realist definition of law. The realist definition of law describes the law in terms of judicial processes. Oliver Wendell Holmes stated law is a statement of the circumstances in which public force will be brought to bear upon through courts. According to Benjamin Netanyahu Cardozo, who stated a principle or rule of conduct to establish as to justify a prediction with reasonable certainty that it will be enforced by the courts if its authority is challenged, is a principle or rule of law.